Mr. D.R. Nagaraj for a speech on organizational excellence management perspective.
It's a great road. When it has started 2 years, it has spent its time. I was very, very deeply impressed with the kind of excellence it had to bring in for management education. I was so impressed, I went back and I had developed a dream that I should bring 20 to 25 young boys and girls between 13 and 15 years who were studying in government schools outside Bangalore, just to create a dream in them. The then ISB director had agreed to host. He said it would be a great pleasure. But unfortunately, that dream could not realize because the government, the EDPI, was not able to select those 25 boys and girls. So friends, the seeds of excellence has to be sown, and you must have passion for that. Without passion, it's not possible. From last few months, we have been seeing two very wonderful serials in ETV. One is the Swarabhishekam, and the other is Ramoji Rao's serials Krishna and now Shivalila. I hope some of you are seeing that. As management people, you must see this. What is excellence has to be seen in these serials. It's not only the costumes, it's not only the acting, it's not only the beautiful settings, which of course Mr. Ramoji Rao is very well known for that, but the quality of the dialogues which comes there from the mouth of Lord Krishna or from the mouth of Narada or from the different characters including Duryodhana, Vidura. I remember when Shakespeare was there, a couple of decades, centuries ago, how he was able to do that. And I compare that to the kind of quality of dialogues which is coming in these serials. Fantastic, very, very high quality, richness in terms of values, in terms of excellence. I wish all of you see this. Get the feel of excellence. I have written in my book, in my article, that you have to experience the excellence. You have to feel the excellence. And I felt it in my life, first time, when I was able to drive a Maruti car, Maruti 800. Before that, all of us had only two cars, the Fiat and the Ambassadors. There was no guarantee that when you take the car out, you will come back home. That was the kind of cars we used to drive in those days. But when Maruti 800 came, amazing. Amazing means amazing, that it would never stop on the road any time. Then I was feeling what is quality, what is excellence. Of course, since then things have changed now. It may be in architecture, it may be in food service, it may be in hospitals, it may be in films, it may be in music, it may be in newspapers. A lot of changes are happening and a lot of excellence we try to see now. We are seeing external excellence. Of course, we are getting the benefit of that excellence as well. We see beautiful buildings, we see beautiful hotels, we see very, very beautiful hospitals like Columbia and all. We see a lot of IT business houses, we see a lot of very wonderful business schools. We see all of them. But still, do you think excellence is there? This is a question which I go on asking myself. For simplicity, can I ask anybody, what is excellence? To make it very simple, what can be excellence? Why in India somebody was saying that we are not able to see excellence as much as we see when we go outside this country. I'm sure some of you would have gone to Singapore airport. What is so good about Singapore airport? Anybody can guess? Yes? What is so good about Singapore airport? Anybody can guess?
Quality.
In Singapore airport, everything works 24 hours, 365 days, as it should work. There must be more than 1 million variables in that airport. More than 1 million variables. And all those variables work perfectly. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Maybe you will never find a leaking tap. You will never find a dusted place anywhere. Everything works perfectly. I think that's, in my view, is excellence. If you can ensure in our organizations, in our personal life, that whatever we try to do, we ensure that it works perfectly as it intended to be, then excellence will come automatically. But unfortunately in India we face a lot of problems. Everywhere we go, we lot of problems. We find a lot of problems. Whether it's in a railway station, whether it's in a government office, whether it's in the road, a lot of accidents take place, power failures, equipment you will buy doesn't work properly. Why this happens? Why this happens? Can you guess? All problems are resulting because of no commitment by individuals. Individuals lack commitment, that passion. Passion means 3M. Passion means I like what I like to do, I love what I would like to do, and I live what I would like to do. Like, love, live is the passion. And if people have passion, then you don't have to worry. Everything will work perfectly. But unfortunately, in every phase of our life, in every day, you will see that you will face a lot of problems. It's because someone somewhere did not do his job properly. I always, when I conduct programs, I ask many of my engineers and supervisors who come for the programs, have you found a day in which you don't have any problems? Out of 300 odd days you work, have you found a day where you don't have any problem? The answer is said, no sir. Every day we face at least 20, 30, 40, 50 problems. Why? Somebody did not, it may be a maintenance person, it may be a purchase person, it may be a quality person. Somebody did not do his job properly. Therefore, other person gets into problem because of that. So friends, it's a fascinating journey. Excellence is a very fascinating journey. Let me start with a small story. A gentleman once was visiting a temple under construction. In the temple premises, he saw a sculptor making an idol of God. Suddenly he saw, just a few meters away, another identical idol was lying. Surprised, he asked the sculptor, do we need two statues of the same idol? No, said the sculptor, we need only one. But the first one got damaged at the last stage. And to do that sculpture, he would have taken 8 to 9 years, one idol. The gentleman examined the sculpture. He found no damage, no apparent damage was visible. Where is the damage? Asked the gentleman. The sculptor said, there is a scratch on the nose of the idol somewhere. Where are you going to keep this idol? Asked the gentleman. The sculptor replied that it will be installed on a pillar 20 feet high. When the idol will be 20 feet away from the eyes of the beholder, who is going to know that there is a scratch on the nose? The gentleman visitor asked. The sculptor looked at the gentleman, smiled and said, the God knows it and I know it. The desired pencil should be exclusive of the fact that if someone appreciates it or not. When I listen to Subbalakshmi, when I listen to Nagaraj Kirtanas, you see how nicely, beautifully all these things comes out. Nagaraj had devoted his whole life in praise of Lord Rama. Ramani Samanani Evurura. Complete 100% devotion. In whatever they do, Subbalakshmi, even at the last stages of her life, she used to practice for 4 hours early morning. When she sings, it flows like a water, the voice and the lyrics. But how much of practice, how much of passion these people must have had. So friends, it's not that we do things for others. First, we should satisfy ourselves. That's what the message the sculptor gives us. That's where the excellence comes from. It is internal. Take responsibility on your own. Whatever you try to do, particularly my HR friends, this is not the forum I can speak about it, but I hardly see excellence in HR people today. Most HR people have become process-oriented people. They forgot their customers. The customers are the people. We have become so much process-driven. Comes February, March, you see HR people are so much busy with appraisals and appraisals and appraisals. The individual is forgotten. The real customer is forgotten. Somebody said, assume responsibility for our failures. In America, law gives the power, empowerment to the HR people to be the guardians, to be the custodians of ethics of the organization, including their chairman and managing director. But in India, we don't see any such empowerment. If we put our heart and soul in everything what we do and do the best job, the success will undoubtedly follow. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. This is what we saw in great people. Even if they wanted to do something wrong, it was not possible. Whether it was Vinoba Bhave, it was Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Vivekananda, some of these great people, Aurobindo, Ramana Maharshi, all these people, they lived a very simple life, but excellence was a habit for them. It was not something which they had to go and take a training and do for that. It was not like a SAP course, that there is a course on excellence and come and do it. It takes a lot of practice and perseverance. I have given this in the book, so let me skip this. Let me go a little further. This could be some important for you. I have culled out from some sources. Organizational excellence, you must be performing excellently against a known external standard. This is what Tata's did. Tisco, for example, they used to do social audit involving 3 outside great citizens from India to be the auditors for that, outside source. It was not their internal people outside. It may be retired justice, or it may be a retired secretary from Government of India, retired army chief or something. They would put such people and conduct the social audit. Against what is assumed to be their potential level of performance, to what extent we can raise the level of the organization. in relationship to where they were at some earlier point of time, comparison to where we were and where we are here today. Being judged by informed observers to be doing substantially better qualitatively than other comparable systems. They are doing whatever they do with significantly less resources than is assumed or needed to do what they try to do. I mean, this is something very beautiful. We feel sometimes, HR people including that, to be excellent we need a lot of resources. Particularly we look at financial resources. It's not necessary. There are very, very many organizations who have done excellently in their own way, small little way, and financial resources did not come in their way. They are perceived as exemplars of the way they do whatever they do, and thus they become a source of ideals until they are within they exist. That means you would like to emulate them, they become role models. They are only organizations have been able to do what they do at all. Another very important consideration another person has given us is the balanced performance throughout, consistently. Okay, for example, when you talk of TISCO again, we see them 50 years, very peaceful industrial relations, consistently. Consistent leadership at the management level, consistent leadership at the union level, and balanced results coming out. It is only when the world market started opening up and steel prices started falling, the company was not able to perform as it was expected. They maintain clear, challenging aspirations, growth. They enjoy committed and focused leadership. It's very, very important. In one of the articles also mentioned that leadership becomes very important for organizational excellence, and I'll give you a couple of examples. Skill-based performance, a source is competitive advantage. That means you have very talented people within the organization, open communication culture. We talked about all these, it results in this open communication, knowledge management, etc. Some of the characteristics could be customer consciousness, continuous customer consciousness, employee sensitive, people sensitive, partnership suppliers, giving due respect to the people who are our partners in terms of our progress, whether it is suppliers or outsourced people, etc. Environment conscious, consistency in progress, that we do 2 years well and 4 years we fall, that's not. Consistently growing up. It should not be like Indian cricket team. Okay? Modern technology, latest machines, equipments and appropriate systems. Display operational excellence day by day, week by week and year by year. You will see that. Internal and external balance is very, very complex. For paucity of time, I am not able to explain this. It's a very important thing. How do you create internal balance and also balance the external? Let's get this. This is one of the points which has come up in the theme of this particular conference. Therefore, I thought I should give you some thoughts on this future of organizational excellence. Depends on from where you start and what kind of dreams you have. It can, strategy becomes very, very important, and values, mission, purpose of the organization, everything has to be very clearly defined. You must have a clear roadmap, 10 years, 15 years ahead, where you will stand, and a lot of alignment to quality internally and externally. Institutionalize every good aspect of the organization, that even when you are not there, things will continue to happen. And of course, financial discipline, everything becomes very, very important. Okay? There is a clear way of building this organized excellence in a sustainable manner. It is possible. But most important, friends, this somebody also highlighted, is innovative top management leadership is the key to organizational excellence, because people follow you where you go, where you lead them. So leadership becomes very important, because leader is able to see 20 years ahead very clearly. Leadership is defined as a person who is able to take the people to a place where they would not have gone by their own. People would not like to go there by their own, but leader is able to take them there. This is my very strong philosophy, and believe this, and I am telling wherever I go, is that organizational excellence just will not happen. It depends on excellent managers, and excellent managers cannot be without being excellent individuals. So I always say, excellent individuals make excellent managers, and excellent managers build excellent organizations. So friends, the root cause of this is the individuals, their values, their personality, their goals in life, their ethics, and all those things which we discussed, that becomes important. So if you have such good people, then you can build a good set of managers, and good set of managers are able to build good set of organizations. Now, if you have seen a couple of organizations in the recent past in India, if you look at their histories, friends, most of them were managers in some earlier companies. Some companies, they were managers, started as supervisors, became engineers, become managers, and then become big entrepreneurs and enable the organizations to grow to a very, very high level. A lot of examples have come in the recent past, and we are so proud of such kind. And latest one of them being our from Hyderabad, our friend Satyam, who became the CEO of Microsoft. It gives us so much of pride. It's a good English. Some people who are talking Manipal Institute, they were saying that he was a wonderful person. Wonderful person. So that is how you are able to, but he had a lot of vision, a lot of competency. He was able to rise to that level. These are given in the books, but let me give you one or two examples, friends. Then I think because of shortage of time, and also see you have been listening to a lot of speeches this morning. So one of the basic requirements of organizational excellence is that you have to change. And one example which I can give you, which comes to my mind very quickly, is Godrej, a company which has lived 100 years, more than 100 years. How they are able to respond to the customer's need in 2014. What kind of furniture they are building, what kind of electronic equipment they are building now is something amazing. And still they are attracting people. The name Godrej has become a family name, you know. It becomes every family would like to have something from Godrej, because Godrej gives you the trust and assurance that will give you the best product. Wonderful. Some examples of managerial excellence, friends, is Singapore Airlines, which I told you earlier, that in Singapore Airlines, everything works perfectly. Even when you enter the aircraft, you smell excellence. The way the air hostesses treat you, they help you to take your luggage, put it in the cabin, make you comfort in your seat. Even ticket booking is so easy, smooth. And when you land or when you want to depart from Singapore airport, amazing. A couple of years back, when I had gone to Singapore Zoo around 10 o'clock in the night safari I had gone, suddenly I saw 5,000 people, extra people coming at that time. You can imagine. So, and I found things, and it was slightly drizzling. Singapore weather, you know, some of you, sometimes unknowingly drizzles come there. But still people are ready with everything. And I asked the manager, I had a chat with him because I was curious, how do you manage? Suddenly you find 5,000 extra people. He said, sir, we monitor from the airport. We get the report from the airport, how many people are landing in Singapore. And we know at least 60% of them are visitors. 40% could be locals who come for business and all, but 60% are visitors. So we know today or tomorrow those people are going to come. We keep ready, we keep all the restaurant people and also the people who take you around the zoo and all. Keep them informed. They are part-time people, they are available. So you telephone to them, they come. Amazing the way in which they manage the whole thing. Fantastic. For 5,000 people, extra food was available. Within 15 minutes it was available. People will buy, 11 o'clock people come and they go around and they buy food there. Fantastic. Look at the kind of coordination they try to do. Everything is excellent. That's why you love that country. Because everything works perfectly. You will never go back with a no answer. You will never ask to come back again. They make extra efforts to see that you are satisfied, you get the reply what you want, and it will be positive. So this is one of the good aspects of Singapore Airlines. I've given you some details. A global company dedicated to providing air transportation services of the highest quality and maximizing returns and benefits to its shareholders and employees. Fine, these details I skip. Next is our own, you know, these people, Mumbai Dabawalas, who have made international name. Such a small group of people, friends, 100% excellence in their duty. And what makes it? It is their complete devotion to their task. Even when they are sick, they go and collect the dabbas and this, or they make alternate arrangements. And these people don't drink, these people don't smoke, and they follow their own ethics 100%, and something amazing. And I request Mr. Rao once to call them and make a presentation. It will be very beautiful to listen to them. Fantastic presentation. They have been called to interact Harvard and Oxford and all. They have been asked to come and make presentations there. Look, excellence, how it is. Smallest of the smallest, but how excellence has come. 100% people rely on dabbawalas. 100%. It is sure that when you go and sit there, when you go there to collect your dabba, it is there. All dabbas look same. There is no change. But how these people collect somewhere from Mahim, somewhere from Bandra, somewhere from Dadar, and go and give it to in Thane and other places is something amazing. Amazing means amazing. Prince Philip had come. So curious he was. He spent one whole day with these people and checking how this whole process goes on so efficiently. No SAP process, no IT services, nothing was there in this thing. Just human effort. Just human effort. Look at the excellence they have brought in. Third, of course, is another very popular name in our country, is Lijjat Papad, which is again started by a widow, a small widow, providing employment to thousands of women through cooperative movement and making Lijjat an international name. Wherever, in whichever country you go, you will see Lijjat Papad available in the super bazaars. Something amazing. Friends, excellence is possible. And I love excellence. I breathe excellence, really. It should happen. It's not difficult. This country has produced both kinds of people. You have people with no value for excellence. We also have people who have produced a lot of value for excellence. It may be in film music, it may be in film production, it may be in IT, it may be in health services, it may be in Adhyatma. We have produced the best because they are all devoted people. 100% they simply devoted themselves to the cause. Of course, the number is coming down, unfortunately, but we all hope that with these kinds of conferences, so nicely organized by, I appreciate Mr. Rao, the indomitable spirit he has got in organizing these kinds of conferences and getting in touch with people like us and bringing us here to simply spread the message that excellence is something which we need to practice day in and day out in our families, in our work, and wherever we are, and it is possible. With those few words, friends, due to paucity of time, also the number of passengers in the train is dwindling, so therefore I would like to end with this. Thank you very much.